Y học Việt Nam vừa ghi nhận một bước đột phá mới trong việc điều trị bệnh tiểu đường, đó chính là phương pháp chữa bệnh tiểu đường bằng thuốc nam của thạc sĩ lương y. Phương pháp này được giới chuyên môn đánh giá là hiệu quả rất cao khi không chỉ có thể giúp bệnh nhân ổn định đường huyết mà còn tránh được những biến chứng do thuốc tây gây nên.
Tiểu đường á, thì trước đây mọi người vẫn cứ thường hay nói là phải sống chung với cái căn bệnh này cả đời. Thế nhưng mà bây giờ thì hoàn toàn khác rồi. Tôi đã có một cái cách mà có thể ổn định đường huyết và chúng ta có thể sống một cách khỏe mạnh, loại bỏ tiểu đường rồi nhé. Ai mà bị tiểu đường tuyếp 1, tuyếp 2 với những cái triệu chứng như là thường xuyên khát nước, tiểu đêm, thèm ăn bất thường này, hoặc là sụt cân nhanh, mệt mỏi, uể oải, thì khi mà test cái tiểu đường á thì nó phải tầm 9 đến 10 chấm ấy, thì chắc chắn là phải sử dụng cái sản phẩm này rồi, vì nó chính là cứu cánh cái bệnh tiểu đường của các anh chị. Hôm nay tôi sẽ chia sẻ cho mọi người một cái cách mà có thể ổn định được ngay và không cần phải đi đâu, rất là hiệu quả. Đừng để bệnh kéo dài quá không tốt. Vạn Phúc Đường là thuốc điều trị dứt điểm bệnh tiểu đường cho các anh chị. Ngày dùng 10 đến 15 viên nếu bị nặng, còn nhẹ thì mỗi ngày 8 viên là đã dễ chịu lắm rồi, là có kết quả ngay, thậm chí hôm trước hôm sau là đỡ rồi đấy. Sản phẩm Vạn Phúc Đường này uống vào có khỏi được không? Thì chắc chắn là khỏi, vì công thức tôi đưa ra là nó đặc trị cho các cái trường hợp tiểu đường, mỡ máu, khôi phục tụy tạng, giải quyết phân tử đường ngay tại chỗ. Vì nó là sự kết hợp tinh hoa của các thảo mộc Á Âu kết hợp với các thảo mộc của Việt Nam mình. Và cái sản phẩm này nó tuyệt vời, tự nó bán nó thôi. Bài thuốc Vạn Phúc Đường được xây dựng theo nguyên lý Đông y điều hòa, phục hồi, ổn định từ gốc. Bài thuốc tập trung vào 3 mục tiêu chính. Thứ nhất là điều hòa đường huyết tự nhiên, bổ tỳ sinh tân, điều hòa chuyển hóa giúp cơ thể sử dụng đường tốt hơn, giảm tình trạng đường huyết tăng cao thất thường. Thứ hai là bồi bổ và hỗ trợ chức năng tạng phủ dưỡng âm, thanh nhiệt sinh tân dịch, đặc biệt là gan thận và tỳ vị, giúp cơ thể khỏe lên từ bên trong. Thứ ba là hỗ trợ giảm triệu chứng do tiểu đường gây ra, bổ can thận, mạnh gân xương, thông kinh lạc, khát nhiều, tiểu nhiều, mệt mỏi, mất ngủ, tê bì tay chân.
Bà con ai đang gặp vấn đề về bệnh tiểu đường như tiểu đường tuyếp 1, tuyếp 2, sụt cân, mở mắt, tê bì tay chân, đường huyết cao, tiểu đêm, tiểu nhiều thì nhanh tay nhấc máy gọi đến số điện thoại đang hiển thị trên màn hình để được thăm khám và điều trị sớm nhất ngay trong hôm nay, hoàn toàn được điều chế từ thảo dược tự nhiên, an toàn, lành tính mà không lo tái phát.
Nó không giống như các loại thuốc đang có mặt trên thị trường, mà nó có những cái chất hiện nay không phải có tiền mà mua được. Thế nên là cái sản phẩm này không phải lúc nào cũng có sẵn. Ngay cả hãng sản xuất hay hội đồng khoa học và cố vấn thấy rất lạ tại sao trong đầu tôi có rất nhiều cái thứ này, làm cho các anh chị dễ chịu hơn so với việc suốt ngày phải sử dụng cái thuốc tây để hạ đường huyết, vì tốc độ của nó cực kỳ nhanh, nó gấp 5 lần đối chứng so với người không sử dụng. Thế nên là chưa bao giờ tôi xúc động mạnh như sản phẩm này, mà nó cực kỳ tốt, nó là thảo mộc của tôi. Nói thật là nó có thể khỏi quếch ly nhanh luôn. Và tôi nói nhẹ với các bạn là nó dứt bệnh chỉ trong 1 tháng sử dụng thôi. Cơ thể khỏe mạnh, ăn ngon, ngủ kỹ trước sự ngỡ ngàng của các bác sĩ. Khi trở về Việt Nam, tôi coi đó là sứ mệnh của mình, đem toàn bộ kiến thức, kinh nghiệm quý báu để chung tay cùng đồng bào xử lý tận gốc căn nguyên bệnh tiểu đường. Tuổi nghề của tôi cũng 35 năm ngành y, không phải bác sĩ nào cũng có đâu ạ, không phải tôi đề cao tôi đâu, mà tôi nghiên cứu chính vào nó, tôi biết được nguyên nhân gốc rễ. Bệnh tiểu đường là gì? Tôi tin rằng khi hiểu đúng và can thiệp đúng, người bệnh hoàn toàn có thể sống khỏe, cơ thể khỏe mạnh, sinh hoạt thoải mái mà không còn nỗi lo tiểu đường đeo bám, thì 98% các bệnh nhân sau khi sử dụng sẽ đỡ ngay trong tuần đầu. Ai uống cũng đều khỏi. Và tôi tin chắc rằng cái sản phẩm này dùng rồi là mê rồi là mua thêm mua tiếp, đừng đến lúc đi viện rồi vừa tốn kém lại còn mua lo mua sầu não.
On measurement and also allow you to safeguarding your performance. We've seen earlier how technology changes can affect your ability to observe data. And that's where enhanced conversion comes in. Enhanced conversion for web will allow you to increase conversion observability, whether you're optimizing towards lead forms or even online sales, by increasing the amount of available first-party data. In the same way, through that, you'll be able to have as well better conversion modeling. And finally, enhanced conversion for web will also allow to improve your campaign's performance. As we know, today, automated bidding strategies are all dependent on the amount of data that is observable and available within the systems. With greater modeling and greater observability, it will also help them perform at their best. We expect today the increase on conversion rates to be of 5% after implementation on search campaigns. And this amount is only expected to become higher as more and more browsers are moving towards cookieless browsing modes. Content mode, on the other hand, will help you navigate the regulatory side of things. Through conversion modeling, you will be able to recover loss of conversion due to user content choices. Operating in the EU or the UK, you're required to obtain content from your users to store the data. This can either be done through a third-party content management platform or through an in-house solution. Either way, you'll want to implement content mode. Content mode is Google Ads measurement solution that allows your Google tags to communicate about a user's content status and also enables Google to model for conversions. Content mode comes with like a few benefits, which are that it's respectful of content choices while allowing you to better measure. It will also help you solve for unknowns. As we know, conversion modeling will be there to fill the gaps where observability of data can't be recovered. It will also ultimately help you measure performance in a better way. Used with Enhanced Conversion for web, it will provide you with a 360-degree view of your performance. Now, how do Enhanced Conversion and content work together? When a user grants consent, Enhanced Conversion for web will be able to recover those conversions. This will also help improve and increase the size of the observable data pool. Content mode, in the meantime, will work behind the scenes to train its models based on this observable data. But when the user doesn't provide content, then measurement of conversions will have to be done as an aggregate level. This could also mean that we might lose insights over our customer journey. And this is where content mode can help solve for this issue by modeling conversions based on the observable data it has trained its model on earlier. This will help filling any gaps for measurement and as well campaign performance. Now, what Enhanced Conversion and content mode have in common is that they both leverage conversion modeling. Today, you could have your measurement foundations built on very robust observable data, including implementing Enhanced Conversion. But this might prove not to be enough, as we could still have some gaps due to user content choices, increased browser regulations, or even movement across devices. It is therefore important that we leverage machine learning to help us fill those gaps in terms of measurement. More observable data will also mean better modeling for content mode. Now, let's talk about Google Analytics 4. Google Analytics 4 will become your new platform when it comes to marketing decisions involving first-party data. Not only it will use conversion modeling to identify and report on customer insights, but it will also help you improve your automated bidding strategies and inform your wider marketing strategy. Google Analytics 4 is a new measurement solutions that is designed to help you keep up with the changes within the ecosystem. It comes with a new set of features and sets you up for a future without cookies. This includes helping you navigate and address measurement gaps, for instance, through conversion modeling when cookies or other identifiers are not available. Secondly, it will also provide you with a clear and complete view of your customer journey. As we move to an event-based measurement model, this will help you get like a clear view of what your customer life cycle is across web and app. And finally, predictive metrics will also be a game changer for you when it comes to building a strong and robust first-party audience strategy. If you're using Universal Analytics, keep in mind that Universal Analytics will be deprecated, sunsetting on July 1st, 2023. So we urge you to take like the necessary steps to migrate right now, not to lose any capabilities. Now, enabling privacy-centric measurement solutions is more of a journey than a one-shot approach. We want you to use these slides, this sequence, to help you on your journey. Something to note here is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to implementing those solutions. It will depend ultimately on where you are on your journey and what your needs are as well. But we want you to know that you should use this sequence to advance towards this objective. All three products from the privacy-centric measurement suite all work together and all complementary to each other. Now, let's talk about performance. Once you have your privacy-centric measurement solutions in place, don't forget to enable automation as well to maximize performance. Smart bidding leverages machine learning to optimize towards conversion or conversion value, trying ways to get you towards like the users are the most likely to convert. Today, there are 80% of Google advertisers that use smart bidding for cost efficiency and saving themselves time. Automation can only work as good as you feed it with great data, meaning that if you combine the first-party data approach with smart bidding, you also make sure to provide it with the most accurate and relevant data for it to use. Smart bidding will both use observable and model data gathered from enhanced conversion and content mode to best predict outcomes and optimize towards performance. Well, this is it. I hope that you found this session useful, and I'm handing it over now to Pippa to take you through the different steps of the Google Analytics migration. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the second segment of Ads Academy. I'm Pippa, a regional product lead here at Google with a focus in privacy and measurement. I've been at Google for over 4 years now, working across a few teams in Sydney, Auckland, and most recently here in Dublin. My day-to-day includes going between our incredible partner teams here at Google and our engineers to make sure that we're bringing the right products to the market to solve for the right challenges and opportunities within the broader industry. But that also means that I'm not quite as close to the people side as I used to be, so I'm thrilled to be here today to be running this training for you on one of my favorite products, Google Analytics 4. We'll be diving into some step-by-step instructions as well as some key watch-outs on setting up and linking Google Analytics 4 properties. But firstly, why? Universal Analytics will begin its deprecation on July 1st, 2023. After a period, you will no longer be able to see reports or access Universal Analytics data. And to avoid loss of data and gaps within your reporting, it's important to migrate to Google Analytics 4 as soon as possible. Let's take a look on how we can do that. We can boil it down into 3 key steps. Firstly, and what I'll be going into today, is setting up and linking Google Analytics 4 properties. Here, you can use the GA4 Setup Assistant to create a new Google Analytics 4 property that collects data in parallel with your existing Universal Analytics property. Here, we need to be sure to re-tag if we're not using the latest site-wide tagging, the Google tag, and enable data collection during this setup phase. Also in this step, we need to link through the new Google Analytics 4 property to Google Ads as well. In step 2, over time, we can create, import, and activate Google Analytics 4 audiences and conversions. And then eventually, step 3 is to move over business-critical reporting from Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4. Diving into that a little deeper and zooming into that first step of creating and linking a Google Analytics 4 property. Before we actually start, it's important that we start by reviewing your ads account as well as your reporting structure and how you can get the most out of the new Google Analytics 4 for your business by using its features and controls that it provides. Here we can analyze current ads campaigns and current Universal Analytics conversions and audiences that you're using in your advertising strategy. You can ask yourself questions like, do I need all of my current conversions and audiences? Are they adding value to my business? Do I have to migrate all of them? Or is there a potential here to redefine, what success looks like in terms of conversions and audiences that are adding the most value to you and your business? Here, we can use this as a bit of an opportunity to polish your advertising strategy, if you will. Now, getting started. You can find the Setup Assistant within the admin console of an analytics account. You can think of the Setup Assistant as a checklist to work through. Note that some items are optional and their relevance depends on how you're currently using analytics. The Google Analytics 4 Setup Assistant can help to guide you through this process. Here on the screen, I've included a screenshot to help demonstrate exactly what this looks like in action. It's going to provide you with a step-by-step guide which will help to walk you through how to configure the necessary steps to make your Google Analytics 4 property ready for use. We can start by making sure that our Google Analytics 4 property is going to be linked through to the Universal Analytics property in its original. Now, to create a new property under I need to create a new Google Analytics 4 property within the Setup Assistant, click Get Started. Secondly, if your site uses the jtag.js tag, you'll have the option to enable data collection using your existing tags. We recommend using this feature if you want to benefit from some of the new features within Google Analytics 4, for example, predictive audiences. And then lastly, importantly, click Create Property. The Setup Assistant identifies a number of configuration settings that you can use to implement in your Google Analytics 4 property. We recommend that you, firstly, link all required integrations, for example, Google Ads, and I'll show you how to do that in the next step. Secondly, activate Google Signals. Next is setting up audiences and migrating your goals and conversions, and we'll be diving into that in a little deeper in future sessions. Then, and this is a more advanced step and you don't have to do this, is setting up user IDs as well as measurement protocols. If you have a Universal Analytics property connected to your Google Analytics 4 property, the settings identified here help to create continuity in configuration between the two properties that you have. Diving a little more into my first point here, the Google Ads link import tool can be used to copy over the links between Google Ads and Universal Analytics to your new Google Analytics 4 property. You can access the Google Ads linking tool via Admin, Setup Assistant, Linking, and Get Started. After linking a Google Analytics 4 property to your Google Ads, conversions can be exported for usage within Google Ads once you've created them. Audiences are actually immediately available within Google Ads after creation without having to be exported separately. Again, I've included a screenshot of exactly what that looks like here on screen. Now, I know that I've whittled through quite a lot of content this morning, so thank you for both your time and attention as we've gone through a deep dive on how to set up and link a Google Analytics 4 property successfully. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Abdur Rahman, a measurement growth consultant at Google. I'm super excited to talk to you about audiences in GA4 and bring to you some new features which you can use for your Google ad campaign. So make sure you check out this session coming soon. Our research at Google shows consumer journeys are becoming increasingly complex, and engaging the target customer is becoming trickier than ever. As digital touchpoints, channels, and choices continue to expand, consumer journeys have become ever messier, resembling a chaotic scavenger hunt. Nowadays, users can hop between different stages of the funnel in a non-linear fashion. This calls for a radical change in the audience strategy, a change from siloed approach per channel and platform to cohorts that engage in an ongoing activity cycle. And this is where GA4 comes to your rescue. GA4 can help you build a robust audience strategy. So, number one, you can collect and measure. The event-based data model merges site and app data, helping you to make better data-driven decisions with a deeper understanding of user behavior. You can also integrate your data from options like data import or measurement protocol to provide you with a holistic customer view. Number three, you can analyze for insights. Google Analytics 4 has machine learning embedded at its core, providing analysts with powerful insights and access to data. You can leverage insights and intelligence to do more, such as quickly gleaning valuable insights that enable better marketing decisions. And lastly, you can activate on the insights. It enables you to develop a comprehensive plan for activating your insights and audiences through our platform integrations. Now, you must be wondering, how do I capitalize on these new capabilities of GA4 for Google Ad Campaign? So let's jump into the implementation part. We'll go over 3 simple steps. Number one, link your Google Ads account to GA4. Second one, create audiences. And finally, add these audiences to the ad campaigns. If you have your Google Ads and GA4 account open, that's great. You can follow the steps. If not, that's also fine. You can come back to this video later and play it at your own pace. First and foremost, you should link the Google Ads account to GA4. So for this, go to the admin panel in your GA4 account, then go to the product links and click Google Ads links. press the link option here. Finally, choose your ad account and make sure to enable personalized advertising so that your audiences are available in Google Ads library and can be used in the ad campaigns. The next step is to create audiences so you can unleash the power of GA4 targeting. You have three options to choose from. So you can either create an audience from scratch, or you can use system templates, or create a predictive audience, a smart new feature I'm super excited to introduce you to today. Let's see how we can set each of these up. First up, creating a custom audience. Step number 1, click on create a custom audience. Then you can name and describe your audience. Step number 3 is to include or exclude users from numerous events and attributes options. For example, you can choose a page view event where users add to cart. You then need to set a duration and trigger for this audience. Final step, click save. There's also a second option to choose from GA4 suggested audiences from templates that are based on your industry. For instance, you might want to push a particular product or service to the suggested audience of non-purchasers, your potential customers who have not made a purchase yet. You can also choose from a variety of demographic options or even acquisition channels. For example, you might want to tailor your content depending on which social media platform your user is coming from. And now on to the new GA4 feature, which is bound to excite you, predictive audiences. This will translate your job of building a complex audience using costly machine learning models to a mere click. You have a wide variety of predictive audiences to choose from, making you a proactive marketing strategist. There are options such as likely 7-day purchasers or likely 7-day churning users. And for example, you might want to customize an offer for 7-day likely churning purchasers for a stable customer retention rate. Predictive audiences will surely help you uncover new possibilities and become even more creative. Now let's move on to the final step where you can use these powerful audiences in your Google ad campaigns. So step number 1, click on Tools on the top right in the Google Ads interface. Step number 2, open the Audience Manager from Shared Library Options. You can now choose the segments you want to target in this drop-down that you can see in the screenshot. Final step, add these to the campaign or ad groups from the Add To option in the blue menu bar. In order to get more info on how to best use these audiences in ad campaigns or any related questions, please check out our Google Ads Help Center. And that's a wrap.